Peter Nygard was born in Helsinki, Finland, and raised in Winnipeg, Canada. His humble roots would lead him on an indescribable adventure from rags to riches. The Nygard family's first home in Canada was nothing more than a 15-foot by 13-foot room.
We lived in a converted coal bin. We didn't have running water, we didn't have heat. We lit up a stove that was middle of the room. It heated the place, we cooked on it, we had a rusty barrel, we melted snow, we were 40 below zero, going to outdoor toilet somewhere, we slept in one bed, we all sagged in the middle of it, laundry and everything over the kitchen table. We collected bottles to make it food.
Since those days, Peter's lifestyle has changed dramatically.
The house is 4.5 acres in size. It's got lagoons and little roads so that you can swim around. There is a swimming pool
in the house.
Inside the house. Inside the house in the living room is a 60-foot duplicate of the Matterhorn mountain that you can climb up and then dive off from the top into the swimming pool. The swimming pool has a big piece of glass down the middle of it so that on one side you can swim with dolphins and on the other side are the sharks that you can look at through the glass.
Who owned this? Who owned this house?
He's single as well.
Gay?
No.
That's no, I mean,
Exactly the opposite.
The opposite.
Nygard now makes his home in his 150,000 square foot Nygard Key, Bahamas resort. In high school, Peter was honored to win his school's coveted Athlete of the Year award, and today is still an avid tennis and volleyball player. Peter's outstanding scholastic performance at the University of North Dakota led to a job at Eaton's. During his interview with the Canadian retail giant, he would write a test intended for executive management. He would be identified as meeting the selection criteria for the future president of the company. Peter took his life savings plus an additional $8,000 to purchase 20% of the company. Within a few years, he owned it outright.
I gambled my whole life on this deal, going for this, without 1 ounce of training, and all of a sudden I was sit there all by myself, with my whole biggest gamble of my life, and all my money I had to gather at that point, invested, and not even training, not even a moment.
In 1978, Nygard opened his 100,000 square foot Inkster plant in Winnipeg, and the company has not stopped growing since. Nygard International now has offices in New York, California, Toronto, China, and Montreal, delivering to over 200 of its own retail stores worldwide. Peter's adventures have put him in company with some of the world's most famous and influential people, from Oprah Winfrey to Sean Connery to President Bush. He chaired the advisory committee that led to the development of the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, and has led the way in technological advancements in the fashion industry.
I propose a toast to one of the great designers and probably the greatest designer in North America, Peter Nygard. Peter?
We have brought to the customer a product that is beautifully made of first-class, world-class fabrics with great fashion and creative genius, if I could say that about Peter and what he brings to the product.
Nygard's We Stand United campaign has earned him recognition in both Canada and the U.S. But Peter Nygard has not forgotten where he came from. He annually donates $1.8 million to the cause that hits home with women around the world: breast cancer.
In this world, you have to learn how to do 3 things. You have to learn how to make money, you have to learn how to keep money, and then you have to learn how to spend money. And ladies and gentlemen, I could not think of a better way to have learned to spend money than to support a cause like this, to be able to support breast cancer.
Peter's journey has seen him rise to the #1 position in women's fashion in Canada and a renowned position in the industry.
Oh, it's fabulous. Are you kidding me? I wear Nygard. Can't wait to get my hands on a bunch of it.
This year, the company celebrates a new milestone in its history with the opening of the new world headquarters in the middle of Times Square in New York.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rita Cosby, host of the hit MSNBC show, Rita Cosby Live and Direct. I want to congratulate my friend Peter Nygard on his official grand opening of the Nygard World Headquarters in Times Square, New York. You truly are a rags to riches story, Peter. Today, Nygaard is considered one of the top Canadian companies when it comes to information technology, and by far one of the finest companies in the world when it comes to combining technology and fashion. No one does it better than you. So congratulations on your expansion, Peter. I have always enjoyed wearing your Peter Nygaard signature clothes, as you can tell, as my career takes me around the world and also around the nation. I feel I always look my best because of you. After making your mark in Times Square, I don't know how you will top this one, but I have a strong feeling that you're going to somehow. Keep up the great work, Peter. We are all so proud of you.